Good day again, parents. Sa mga viewers ng umaga, magandang umaga po. Kung hapon naman, magandang hapon. At kung gabi na po ninyo ito mapapanood dahil busy kayo sa trabaho, magandang gabi. I hope you enjoyed our previous video. In this video, we would like to share the different learning styles that you will be expecting once the school year starts. Ipapakita po natin kung ano-ano ang pwedeng teaching styles ang gagamitin sa pasukan. To start, I would like to present few words from our DepEd Secretary. This is her statement when asked about the status of education. Ito po ang sinabi ng aming DepEd Secretary noong tinanong ni President Duterte ang estado ng edukasyon. She quoted that there will be no face-to-face classes and sessions until we are assured of the safety of our children and teachers. However, we also believe that we can provide learning opportunities to our students without necessarily requiring them to go to school. And this we can do through blended and distant learning. Our DepEd Secretary wants to assure you parents and learners that COVID will not be hindrance to learning through blended and distant learning. Iminungkahi po ni DepEd Secretary ang blended and distant learning. Maybe some of us are wondering what is blended and distant learning. Some are also wondering how this works or asking yourself if you need to buy gadgets for your child or children. To help you with your queries, we would like to present the different types of learning that could be used for this school year. Ito pong aking ipapakita ay mga learning styles na pwedeng gamitin ng mga guro for case-to-case basis. Ibig sabihin, depende po sa kakayahan ng mag-aaral at ng guro. Here are the expected types of learning. Blended learning, online learning, offline learning, module-based learning. Blended learning. A lot of you have been hearing this kind of learning. What is blended learning? Ano ang blended learning? Blended is a style of education in which students learn via electronic and online media as well as traditional face-to-face teaching. Sa common type of blended learning, may face-to-face at may electronic or e-learning na tinatawag. There are different types of blended learning, but the common one is face-to-face plus electronic learning. Blended learning is also possible if face-to-face is blended with module that will be answered at home. Blended din ang tawag pag may face-to-face at dadagdagan ng module na sasagutin sa bahay ng isang mag-aaral. However, let us remember that face-to-face is not allowed unless mandated by our government that schools can already adapt face-to-face learning. Pero hindi pa hinihikayat ng ating government na magkaroon ng face-to-face sa mga mag-aaral at guro. Hintayin po natin kung paanong blended learning ang gagamitin. Online learning. This learning takes place over the internet. Sometimes this is also referred to as e-learning. It is a type of distance learning. Distance learning is any learning that takes place at home or any place but not visible or not inside the classroom. Ito pong e-learning ay kabilang sa distance learning. Distance learning po ang tawag pag ang learning ay sa bahay o sa ibang lugar maliban sa classroom. What is expected in online learning? Obviously, all types of learning will be online. Lahat po ay online pag online learning. So if you want to adopt this type of learning, We must have a strong internet connection. Kailangan ng internet dito. The materials needed by the teacher and learners are gadgets like laptop, tablet, Android or Apple phones with big or high memory. Let me remind you parents that we don't encourage you buying these gadgets for your child or children. Sa kadahilanang hindi rin po ito posible sa ating lugar kasi nga may mga ibang lugar na mahina ang signal, lalo na tag-ulan ngayon. Offline learning. It refers to situations where the program is not operating and taking in new information in real time. Ibig sabihin, pwede po ninyong gamitin yung mga gadgets ninyong i-access yung website. Kahit walang internet, posible po yon. Ang tawag ay offline learning. Common example is the DepEd Commons. You can access the site for learning even offline or internet is not needed. Di ba po na-try niyong mga bata yung DepEd Commons kahit walang internet? Ganun po ang offline learning. Let us wait for more offline learning examples soon, including online, because these two are becoming popular. Hintayin po natin sa susunod, baka magkakaroon ng maraming offline learning sites na pwedeng gamitin ng mga bata soon. Similar to online learning, gadgets with high or big memory is needed by the learners and the teacher, excluding internet since it is not needed. Pero uulitin ko, hindi po namin nire-require ang mga bata bumili ng gadgets para lang dito. Module-based learning. It is a self-reading method using guide module. Ibig sabihin, mag-isang babasahin ng mag-aaral yung module para matuto. A learning module is an organized collection of content presented together. Ito po ina-explain kung ano ang module or learning module. It has reading material, activity, and assessment to be answered by the learners. Yung learning module po, andun na lahat ng explanation ng lesson, activity na gagawin ng mag-aaral, at short assessment or quiz. What do we expect from this type of learning? It is expected that the student will answer the module at home. This is through the guidance of parents or guardian and teachers through non-face-to-face approach. Kaya po kami humihingi ng konting oras ninyo, parent or guardian, para tulungang turuan ng mga bata. Huwag po kayo mag-alala. Kasi po, tutulungan rin po namin kayo at yung mga bata. However, it doesn't mean that parents and teachers should do all the activities provided. You have to allow your child or children answer some of the activities in module independently. Minsan rin po, kailangan nating hayaan ang mga bata matuto mag-isa, since high school naman po sila. Aside from these types of learning, we have to know also some types of learning commonly mentioned in education, like flexible and distant learning. Di ba po ba, narinig ninyo itong flexible at distant learning sa balita o sa universidad? Distant learning is a form of flexible learning. Distant learning ay isa pong klase ng flexible learning. Naipaliwanag na po natin yung distant learning kanina. Kaya sa flexible learning po tayo. Flexible learning is closely related to blended learning. May pagkakaparehas rin po ito sa blended learning. It is an approach which provides learning facilities to learners, a choice for method, time, pace, and or place for learning. Isa po tong paraan ng pagtuturo sa mga mag-aaral Depende kung ano ang mabisa or posibleng paraan na makakapag-aral ng maayos ang mag-aaral. Pwedeng yung paraan ng pagtuturo ng guro ay magbabago, oras o lugar para lang matuto ang mga mag-aaral. Example, the learner and the parent can choose anytime, whether daytime or nighttime, whether online or module, or any possible ways where learning can happen except traditional learning. Pwede pong mamili yung mag-aaral at parent kung gabi o araw nila gagawin, pwedeng online po or module, or dadagdagan ng iba't ibang estratehiya para lang matuto yung bata. Hindi ko nabanggit kanina yung video or audio na downloadable or panonoorin sa TV station. Ang mga ito po ay dadagdag din para matuto ang mga bata. These videos can be played through cell phones or TV. Audios can be played through cell phones or radios. Pwedeng habang sinasagot ng bata yung module, manonood siya ng video na related sa lesson or makikinig siya sa audio para mas lalong maintindihan ng bata ang lesson. Kaya po kami nagpa-survey noon kung meron po kayong TV o radio. Pero hindi po namin kayo rin-require bumili ng TV o radio kung wala sa bahay ninyo. Ito pong audio at video na downloadable or pwedeng panonoorin sa mga media stations ay inihahanda na rin kasama ng mga modules. Kami po ay nagpapasalamat and behalf of our school, please feel free to ask questions po kung may tanong kayo. Salamat.